Hello, this is Adam. In this video, I'd like to talk about what it means to be the golden child of a narcissist parent or parents. Some of you watching may be golden children yourselves, or perhaps you're a scapegoat of a narcissist parent and just want to know why your golden child brother or sister is the way they are. Or perhaps you're just interested in the subject. Well, I myself am a golden child, and I'm going to give you my personal experience of this very trying situation. First, a few facts about golden children of narcissistic parents. We are, generally speaking, to use psychological terms, grandiose projection of the narcissist parent, and are not, in their minds at least, independent beings. We are stripped of our own personalities at an early age, and our boundaries are annihilated. We grow up then without boundaries and with no strong or any sense of self. We're infantilized, and this continues into adulthood. We're praised excessively. We're given allowances and privileges and taught that we can do no wrong, except in those rare cases where we make the narcissist feel things that they don't like to feel, such as when we try to get our needs met. And we learn very early on not to do that. If we fail, we don't really fail. And if we succeed, it wasn't our success. That success always belongs to the narcissistic parent. Many of us turn into narcissists ourselves. In my own case, I think the only thing that saved me from this fate was that I was a single child, and as such was treated as both the golden child and the scapegoat. Since the scapegoat is, in some respects, the lucky one, they are usually the one who sees the truth, if anyone in the family does. Sometimes no one sees it. And I believe this is probably what helped me, was being treated like the scapegoat myself from time to time. However, as the golden child, I still strongly feel the noose of my narcissist, and when apart from her, I feel something isn't right. It hurts me because I feel like they need me, and I'm letting them down by not being there for them, by not talking to them, by not caring for them. I feel the imagined pain of my abuser, and I empathize with them at the same time. Even though their absence is a blessing to me, and it is a blessing, look up trauma bonding on the internet. This is an example of what this is. My other parent, the step parent, is, I believe, an enabler who grew up with narcissistic parents himself. So he wasn't much help, and he made it worse. So what it means to be both the golden child and the scapegoat is this. If someone needs to be held up as the representative of our healthy family, so that no one suspects otherwise, because to narcissists, the public appearances are very important, or as someone to gloat about, to make it sound like they love someone else other than themselves, then I fit that bill. If, on the other hand, the narcissist also needs to project their bad feelings about themselves onto someone, I can fill that role too. So it's very confusing growing up having to fill both of these roles. I've been a mirror of my narcissistic parent, mother, since I was a baby. I've been told my whole life that I'm like her, and in fact have not had a separate identity of my own in many ways. I often display character traits and mannerisms that are not me. They are her mannerisms. I'm starting to see that now. I've always felt bad when they come out of me, and I feel guilty about it afterwards. I know deep down they aren't me, but they are what I've learned. They just come naturally to me. So I haven't been my own person. I'm working on this now, finally, after 40 years of being naive, of not understanding what happened to me, and of being a doormat for others. If you're like me, you have a lot of frustration and repressed anger as a result of your training. This is a symptom of not getting your needs met. The solution to this particular issue is to slow down, think about and feel what your authentic and real needs are, and then to do those things. You may hurt others in the process, but you're new to this. You are a kind, sensitive person, and you don't need to worry about becoming too much of a jerk. You can worry about that once you can authentically do and stand up for what you want and need in this life. And once you finally don't worry about that anymore. This will take years of practice and, yes, no contact with the narcissist. Finally, after you've managed to do what you want without guilt or shame, then you can start to think about others again. But you've been doing that too long, and for now, you need to concentrate on building yourself first, the real you. Just like my narcissist, I project my negative feelings and attitudes on others. You may do that yourself. For example, just the other day I was frustrated and angry because I couldn't get some toast out of the toaster. It was a tragedy. It was really awful. For me, this was a symbol of how useless and powerless I am. That's my scapegoat tape playing in my head. I never do anything right. I'm stupid and I'm useless. So my lady suggested I use another tool to take the toast out of the toaster. She said it with an elevated, angry, I thought, tone, and then she dropped something else on the floor, and she got actually upset and angry. I immediately projected onto her that she was angry at me, and that's why she reacted the way she did. So you see how I projected my own bad feelings onto her and then took the blame for it and made it all about me. Her feelings are her own, and so are my feelings my own. I didn't make her angry or upset. She got angry because she dropped something, and I was upset because of my tapes. Another thing golden children do all the time is we compare ourselves to others relentlessly. We one-up others in our minds, or verbally, or we imagine or say we're better than others for this or that thing. Or, in the opposite fashion, we'll find ourselves being not good enough or worthless as a defense. We can and do use both techniques from time to time. In addition to this, comparing ourselves favorably or unfavorably to others, we put ourselves down and become a shitty parent to ourselves. What we need is to develop a healthy internal mother and father. You can use dream work to help you with this. The solution to comparison making is to bring yourself up or down as needed when you have these thoughts in order to compensate for where you put yourself in comparison to others. So for example, if you find yourself saying, I'm not good enough, tell yourself instead, you know what? I am good enough. And the reverse is also true. If you find yourself saying, I'm better than this person, tell yourself that's not true. You're just as good, but you're not better than them. Related to all this is that as the golden child, we are groomed to be responsible for our narcissist's emotional well-being. We carry this into our adult relationships, and it's incredibly painful and damaging. Golden children often feel they have the power to control others' feelings, as I alluded to in my toaster story, which is sort of a reverse narcissism. We feel we are responsible for others' happiness or sadness, and it is because of us that others have these feelings. We create these feelings in others, or so we believe. It's important to recognize we do these things and the other things I mentioned in this video. Introspection and observation of ourselves and others is very important to us in this healing process. We must no longer live in fantasy land. I want to say one final thing in defense of the golden child. We're fucked if we don't free ourselves. And yet, it is very difficult to do. The golden child gets love in name only, and also has to take care of and always be there for the narcissist. The golden child never gets to have their own life. The enmeshment is deep and makes it so it's almost impossible to become a real, authentic person. And that's my goal with all of these videos and my blog and everything else I do. I want to meet and help other golden children of narcissistic parents who want to escape and get freedom from their narcissists. You can do it. You can be free. You can find out who you really are, who you were really meant to be, and you can become that person. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, please click the like button or leave me comments or feedback below. I'm interested to hear from many different people, but especially those who are golden children like myself who want to escape their prisons. If that's you, please comment or email me. My email is also listed in the description below. You can also visit my website, nomoresupply.com, for more articles and information. Thanks for watching.